here's Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony with David Aldridge joining us courtside. So for the Celtics, their last game, a loss to Sacramento. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Yeah, they weren't doing themselves any favors missing all those free throws. You could sense the frustration mounting as the game went on.
And that one is good. Giannis has got the first points up on the board here for the Bucks. And Greg, up and down the Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
Williams with the steal. Outside, Smart. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Yeah, Smart, a dominant player in a number of ways, but consistency with the jumper, I think, would put him over the top.
Takes it down to Middleton. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. About a minute played so far here in the first. To the paint. Tatum on the wing. Back to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Now here's Middleton. And that one's good out of the Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his third basket of the night right there.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Williams. Brown outside. Here's Horford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And boy, was he a huge part of their finals run.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim. And he helped define their interior defense. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Kick out to Giannis. Williams with the block.
Well, the reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooting. Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work in the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the three.
And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here.
Now someone once again for Celtics Entertainment.
Bucks trail by 5. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
Hey, Kevin. Yes, when I asked him about his game plan defensively, he said they were trying to shut off the lane and prevent easy baskets. He knows that may leave open shooters out on the perimeter, but he's willing to take that risk. We'll see if the opponent can make those shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Unlike a lot of perimeter-oriented teams, GA, offensively, the Bucks can really play inside out.
No doubt, and teams pack in the lane against Milwaukee, but Giannis in particular is a terrific passer, and if you leave a shooter open, tends to find it.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Back to Connaughton. The rebound by Malcolm Brogdon.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Pass to Connaughton. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Now, here's Portis. And Horford pulls it down.
That's just the bucket you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Crowder with the steal. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball.
Oh, great finish by Middleton. That trade where the Bucks got him for Brandon Jennings. What a steal that was, right?
It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Here's Crowder. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Solid defensive possession from Brogdon. All effort from the former Rookie of the Year.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Celtics up by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Boston. And the NBA in recent years has gone from measuring players' height in shoes to now, Richard, just in socks. Like, for instance, Draymond Green went from 6'7" to 6'6", although he'll probably argue that you. Did you get shorter without shoes?
I was one of the rare players that actually rounded lower. I was 6'6" and 3/4 without shoes on, so I would probably be closer to 6'9" with shoes and socks and orthotics. So, you know, look, I was one of the honest ones, so I have no issue with them bringing it back down. So it's fine. I'm glad they're changing it up and we're getting accurate numbers.
And the Bucks are on a tremendous run here. The most consecutive playoff appearances since that streak they had back from 1980 to 91.
Greg, and back to the Bucks. The question is, how much longer do you think is their window?
That's just it, Kevin. They've got the players to win now, and that has to be the attitude moving forward. They're built to do it again. Just need to push all the right buttons.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
To the inside. And to Tacumbo.
And how about the court awareness there? Dragic, fantastic job spotting the wide open teammate.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. The Bucks making a switch here. Here's Giannis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Robert Williams.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
So he gets them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And the dunk by Brown.
And the craftiness of Brown. Just so creative at picking apart the defense with his ball handle.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Marcus Smart is not shy with his philosophy. He says it takes little talent to play defense, but a whole lot of want to. Get every 50-50 ball, take charges, be a great teammate, compete, never be okay with losing. And Kevin, he has always walked the walk, too.
He has Defensive Player of the Year. He's a terrific player. No question about it. David, thank you. And Giannis's journey, GA, so incredibly compelling. A full-length movie made about his and his brother's path to the NBA.
Well, you hear that saying, my life is like a movie. Never truer than for Giannis. It's been an odyssey for the Greek freak.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Brown drives in, and it's sent back by Lopez.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
They get it again. Allen outside. Goes back up. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston leading by 4. At the top of the key, Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
You got to keep pace with Williams in transition. He's so good at just outworking everybody on the floor.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Allen outside. Back to Holiday. Pass to Allen. That one's not going to go. White with the defensive effort. Brown inside. Back to Smart. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Back to Horford. He's looking for Williams and finds him.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Out left to the wing. Portis can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 8. And this Celtics squad looking like the Celtics of old.
Yeah, always a tough squad when I was playing, and it's looking like that again. You got a great mix of young players and veterans, and don't be surprised if Boston is back on top very soon.
Very soon. And the Bucks with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. That's a 2 from Crowder, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Brogdon. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And now a 12-point Celtic lead. Pass to Williams. To the middle. The second chance effort. And the layup is good. Williams has got the lead up to 14 now for Boston.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Timeout called the Bucks. Bucks trailed by 14. Carter outside. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Count it.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 14.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
27.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And the Celtics with possession here. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Williams throws it down.
Well, he is a budding prospect. I like whenever Williams shows that determination on offense, and it looks like he wants to just take over.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And Greg, even with teams daring Giannis to shoot from outside, his career three-point percentage stuck below 30%.
And still an elite scorer because of his proficiency at the rim. But it's been said before, if he adds the triple, he'll be truly unguardable.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Well, of course, Giannis is the Bucks' leader, but it's still Coach Bud who calls the shots. Giannis says, as players, we have to accept Coach's plan. You got to trust. That's the only way it's going to work. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'm going to execute the game plan, and sometimes I'm not. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not my day. Kevin, that is very, very good perspective.
Agreed. Thanks, David. And it's Brown missing. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 16-point game. And the shot is good.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Headed to the floor right now is the sixth entertainment.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Boston leading by 14. And finished off by Brown.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
Al Horford with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Outside Holiday. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Smart. He has 6. And the dunk by Horford.
And no chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable. And one thing that stands out about this Celtics unit, their defensive abilities. They've got a lot of skill on that end of the floor.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Smart on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Back to Horford. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. So it'll be Giannis Antetokounmpo shooting. It goes on Jason Tatum. You're right, defense, it's been terrific for him. This Boston team, GA, certainly has a talent for holding back their opponent's shots and really defending well.
And Kevin, they put a lot of energy into pressuring shooters, making sure guys can't find easy looks. They don't want to give away anything for free.
Bucks trail by 13. And Dragic has it in the corner. Back to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And a terrific offensive display here from Giannis, just reminding us of how dominant he can be.
Horford gets the bucket.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Ingles. The Bucks working the ball around. And that one, good. 33 points for Giannis.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Hey, guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
It's good from long range. Brown's got 14 points for the game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touch by Brown. .40 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one good for two. 37 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul. Here's Dragic. No points in the game yet for him. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Here's Brown. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
Now here's Allen. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Substitution, Jay Crowder.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First team foul.
It just seems, Richard, like Robert Williams is a guy willing to do anything to help his team.
And there's a whole lot he can do. His defense has never been a question. He can dish it. He's an aggressive rebounder. And look, his effort level, that's something you don't ever question.
And the picture of consistency, Chris Middleton is like a metronome. Gives you 20 points, over 5 rebounds and assists every year.
And one reason for Middleton's consistency, he plays at his own pace.
And that's a great point, Kevin. And with his size and shooting touch, he doesn't need to blow by his man to score. All about getting to his spots.
Now here's Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Jason Tatum.
This is how confident Tatum is. Knows he can score inside whenever he wants.
Boston leading by 13. Pass to Williams. Outside, Smart. Allen outside. In the corner, Middleton with it. And it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent. At positioning himself to block shots.
Now here's Allen. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good by Lopez.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender, poor guy.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. They lead by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Allen's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks. Outside Williams. Horford with it. He's picked up by Lopez. There's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Back to Holiday. Kicks it out to Allen. Off target from three-point range. Boston leading by 11. Pritchard. Here's Tatum. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And Tatum's teammates love the hustle. They appreciate him going hard on the offensive glass and really getting it done.
Timeout called the Bucks. The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the basket is good. Giannis has got 41.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score it all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Count it, good.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here's Brown. Back to Williams. The kick out to Tatum. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Giannis. And Boston with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Up top, Tatum. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Here's Lopez. Kick out to Giannis. Here's Holiday. Money!
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
Inside. Outside Williams. Smart. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win. And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 7. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
From deep three-point range, off target. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the...